I personally believe all religions have two parts. One, guide human beings to live a good life, and two, be filled with symbolisms, where through symbolism you should be smart enough to understand what is being communicated. So there is a direct guidance and there is a subtle guidance. Brahma, whose work is to create, therefore has a wife whose name is Saraswati. Saraswati represents knowledge and wisdom. In other words, in a subtle way, we are being told, if you want to create something, you need to have knowledge and wisdom. If you do not have knowledge and wisdom, and if you think you can create, it is going to be very difficult, if not impossible. Husband and wife go together as a couple everywhere. Vishnu, his work is to sustain. Fundamentally, his work is distribution. Now, to sustain yourself and to distribute, you need wealth. For me to eat, for me to live, for me to travel, for me to buy, for me to have a holiday, for me to entertain, wealth is required. So when I want to sustain a good life, have a good life, being a good-hearted person, being creative, having knowledge will not be enough. Wealth is required. Wealth is essential. Without wealth, sustaining will become difficult. And third, Shiva. Shiva's work is distraction. And therefore his wife is Parvati, source of power. Kali ruthlessly can destroy. Can be very detached and just destroy. Which means when I need to remove something, when I need to change, when I need to destroy, I should be able to have that quality in me. So if I am a Shiva who believes that what is not enough has to be destroyed, I need that power with me where I can be detached. Any one of us who is too attached to something, we cannot remove ourselves from that. If we are very comfortable in something, we won't be able to change. The seed has to be destroyed for a tree to happen. If I am possessive of the seed, I cannot ever create a tree. So Shiva has Parvati as his wife. Without that power, destruction is not possible, and therefore the creation, the circle, back to Brahma. After destruction, there has to be creation. With creation, there has to be sustenance. As we sustain, things go wrong, things become toxic, things become irrelevant. Destruction has to be there. As I destroy, creation has to happen. Now, some might call it three gods and therefore worship those gods. It does not help you at all. But when you understand the symbolism, and take it and make it as a part of your life, you will anyway evolve, you will anyway develop, you will anyway grow, you will anyway become better. So religion is not about worship. Religion is all about understanding. No God anywhere wants to be worshipped. If that is the case, then gods need validation, which I don't think should be the case. There has to be no fear of God. And if God becomes upset, which many people would like you to believe, तुमने ऐसा नहीं किया ना, भगवान बहुत नाराज हो जाएंगे. Which is not practical and not realized. I understand creation, sustenance, distraction. And I understand it's a beautiful cycle. My life is sad. I understand for creation, sustenance, and destruction what is required. I need wisdom, I need money, and now and then I need to have that power to let go. बस हो गया ना. मतलब वर्शिप की क्या जरूरत है? I don't think if there is a God somewhere, He needs me to say hi, hello, I really like you. It's all about symbolism. In a deeper way, the same symbolism is applicable to my breathing. Now, breathing goes beyond, pranayam goes beyond, and speaks to you about 4 stages. Stages hold on to these symbolisms, but then have a stage where you are beyond all symbols. And that's why breathing has 4 parts. Part number 1, when you inhale, when you take things in. When you inhale, you're not only taking oxygen, but you're also taking something vital called prana. So as you inhale everything good that you wish to have as a part of your life. Because when you are inhaling oxygen, which is good for you. You are inhaling prana, which is good for you. And then you hold on. And then hold on. Now, in this time, when you hold on, it is not holding on to your breathing and somehow elongating that time and keeping the air in your chest. When you're holding on, your thought is to distribute all that you have taken to every part of your body which needs the resources that you have taken in. So as you hold on, you're not just looking at your air here or here. You're visualizing everything that you have taken is now being distributed to your entire body. Every cell needs oxygen to survive. So as you hold on, now visualize goodness spreading to every part of your body. Oxygen spreading to every part of your body. Vitality spreading to every part of your body. And after a few seconds, good has done its job. It's outlived its utility. Oxygen has become carbon dioxide. Time to let go. How many of you went to school? I'm just checking whether all of you are listening to me or not. How many of you loved your school? Which includes life school. Now you loved your school. After 10th, what do? Stay back in school? No, but you love your school. You may cry, but time to move on. You may really miss school, but time to move on. You might go and tell your teachers, we will really miss you. You might cry, you might hug each other, but time to move on. Same thing happened in college. And in college, same thing happened a few times in relationships. Some of you have done PhD in college itself, as you are doing your graduation. And in some cases, it's an imaginary intimacy that you have developed. You visualized a future with somebody. It's called imaginary intimacy. And then you realized, मेरी नहीं होगी वो. Then with बहुत बड़ा दिल के में पत्थर रख के, तेरी खुशी मेरे लिए ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है जहाँ, और उसको कुछ नहीं मालूम. That's why it's imaginary intimacy. But you realize उधर future नहीं है. What do? Let go, right? छोड़ दो. So time for Shiva. Oxygen has become carbon dioxide. छोड़ दे. There are parts of us. छोड़ दिया तो अच्छा है, नहीं तो वो टॉक्सिक हो जाएगा, हार्मफुल हो जाएगा. So third stage of breathing, as you let go, tell your mind, tell your entire system, everything which is not required, छोड़ दे उसको. हिम्मत लगता है, पावर लगता है. A part of Kali has to be a part of you. And destruction means a lot of mess. Destruction cannot happen without mess. There will be chaotic emotions, there will be heart-wrenching moments, there will be some, gut-induced fear. But what has to be done has to be done. You loved class 10, but you have to let go and move on. College में वो दोस्त नहीं रहेंगे, पता नहीं कैसे टीचर रहेंगे, lot of uncertainties, but you need to let go. And then that stage is there where you have released your breath and you hold on without your body having any breath whatsoever. You hold on to that stage for a few seconds. And in that time, you want to go beyond yourself. You want to let go of all the labels. You don't want any symbols. You just want to expand and be pure consciousness. You just want to be alert, awake. You just want to experience that oneness. You want to feel the power of entire existence. In fact, you don't want to remember you are you. Everything has to be dropped. Because there is nothing. There is no breath. There is nothing. So when you practice breathing, the entire essence of a good life is being taught to you. This is what is the essence of pranayama. Understanding the depth in everything which happens around me, focusing on breathing. For some of you, if you want a symbol, as you inhale, visualize yourself singing or chanting loudly, ah. You're also inviting all the good in the world, aajo. And then when you hold the breath inside, you chant, oh. And then when you release your breath, it is no breath, no sound, zero, you're beyond everything. Another form of doing pranayama. It's so beautiful. We stay in that part of the world where these things have been understood thousands of years ago. और हमको और तुमको ना विरासत में मिली. It's almost like grandfather has given you an extraordinarily brilliant treasure. But you are saying, मैं भूखा मरूंगा लेकिन मूड नहीं है वो ट्रेजर का. Just practice right breathing every day consciously for a little while. If you really care for a good life, 3 times a day, just for minimum of 5 minutes. And in a matter of a few days, you will see the difference in your life. So it begins with just watching your breathing. Then as you watch your breathing, visualizing good coming in, holding on, distributing the good, releasing the bad, and then ah, oh, and All this should take at least 5 minutes, preferably 7, 8, 10, 15 minutes, but 3 times a day, and you'll be pretty sorted for yourself. Keep coming to life lessons, though. Every Sunday there will be new sorting out. The year begins. This is the first life lesson for 2009, 2020. Part of me is still in 19, but I have to let go. Let us all go back a little while. Let's go back to when we were children. Acha, how many of you have memories of your childhood? Some of you remember your childhood, na? So if I ask you, what do you remember of your childhood? What would you say?
Masti.
Masti? Games?
2 glass of nimbu pani after volleyball practice.
Oh, okay. Others? No memory of childhood? पढ़ाई में मार खाना. Oh, interesting. हाँ? खाना ना? क्या खाते थे बचपन में? वड़ा पाव. वो तो अभी भी होगा. बट हाँ, बचपन में एकदम प्रोफाउंड है वड़ा पाव.
Friends.
School and school friends. Okay. Traveling with dad, na? Long distances.
We had a teacher called Glory ma'am.
Glory.
Both standard. Never celebrated the birthday. So she used to bring for, we were 52 in the class. हर बच्चे के बर्थडे पे वो इतना छोटा केक लाते थे.
Oh, so nice. Very so. Glory, na? What a beautiful name and beautiful work also. Sharing dabbas, na? I used to share dabba with everybody. Matlab, I used to take from everybody's dabba.
My mother used to make bread rolls and that used to protect food inside the whole class in first period itself.
First period itself, na? You are like me only then. My lunch dabba used to be over by the time I reached school. I used to be 24 hours hungry. Matlab, I don't think in my childhood I have ever told bhook nahi hai. If anybody asks, kuch khayega? It will always be yes. In fact, I remember after unlimited meals, you know what's an unlimited meal? After unlimited meals, if somebody would say, bhook lagi hai, I'll say, हाँ, क्या खाएगा? अच्छा मेरे लिए 2 मसाला डोसा मंगा लो. And if you would ask me, what is the fear I had in my childhood? I had only one fear. What if I am hungry and there is no food? पढ़ाई वढ़ाई का कोई इशू नहीं था, मारपीट का कोई इशू नहीं था, एक ही डर था, भूख लगेगी कुछ खाने को नहीं तो क्या होगा. You know, even now sometimes I just go and open the cupboard. खाने को है ना? हाँ ठीक है. Anybody like me over here? मतलब खिला दो कुछ भी कभी भी. Nobody. हाँ, पुरुषोत्तम, we look also similar in many ways. खाने, हाँ. What else do you remember of your childhood? हाँ, Jessica?
I remember whenever when we used to celebrate for getting a bigger dairy milk was like a big treat. We used to sit and enjoy for half an hour that dairy milk.
Yeah. Achha, how many of you have broken down the dairy milk into nail-sized pieces and eaten chutku pieces so that it can last longer? Quite a few of you, no? Achha, and if there is an ice cream party and let's say 10 people are supposed to be given ice cream, how many of you took the last ice cream so that it can last the longest? है ना? Because we don't want to be the first where ice cream is over, now look at everybody. You can invite me home, but I promise you I don't eat as much as I used to eat earlier. So you are pretty safe. What were you good at when you were a child? With every question, I am leading to something. Huh? These are not random questions.
Endless talking.
Huh?
Endless talking.
Endless talking. Very good as a child. Ah, okay. Others? Studies. Arey wow. Very nice.
Studies and sports.
Studies and sports. Very nice.
Making friends.
Making friends. Oh, nice. Others? Hmm? Helping others. From childhood. Arey wow. Patang manana. Ah ha ha ha. Has any one of you ever made crackers? Crackers. Pataka. Arey wow. I have also made crackers in my childhood. Huh? What is थप्पड़ मार? अच्छा वो ऐसे बना के ऐसे फेंकने का ना हाँ करेक्ट I used to make what is called tubdi in Calcutta. वो अनार आता है ना अनार. We used to sit and make anars. That's why even today I am very fond of pomegranate. जिसको नहीं समझा it's okay. Not everybody has the capacity to understand my jokes, so it's okay. Yes, others, what were you good at as a child?
Utilization of waste material.
Utilization of waste material. Okay.
I used to use those carry bag handles जो cut है.
हाँ.
हार cool.
अरे वाह, very nice. Have it all?
So in the locality where we were growing up,
हाँ.
there was this thing that you have to have that gobar ka litti done in front of the house in the veranda.
हाँ.
So we used to be a group of kids who used to go early morning with a bucket behind the bucket used to pick up that. So हमारे
Pick up what, Patu?
me and my cousins were best at keeping the bucket properly.
Awesome. It's almost like saying तुमको जहाँ गोली मारना मारो मैं वहाँ पे वो टारगेट रख देगा तो you'll always score bullseye. Wow. Excellent. You never scared that the buffalo will kick you or something? Never. Confidence. Anybody else? What were you good as a child? Nilesh? Don't remember. Ankita? Sleeping? I like that. How many of you would love to sleep? My good God. Have a sleeping fraternity. Nice. We can just sleep, na? कुछ नहीं है सो जाओ और मतलब नींद आ भी जाती. There are some people who really struggle to sleep and you wonder why. Faisal?
I used to make keychains.
Ah.
Table tennis balls. Actually, with the degree and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sell them to all my relatives.
Oh.
I had a smart cassette player.
Ah.
And I used to record music.
Ah.
That too also I used to sell.
Oh, wow. So you've been a businessman from your childhood. Wow. Hey, that's so sweet. Now let's move on to something interesting. Tell me one area of your life where you changed by choice. You were 15 years old. Today, if you are 45 years old, you can't say I changed. That was not a choice. That's something that happened to you. But any area of life where you changed by choice?
बचपन में पढ़ना बिल्कुल भी अच्छा नहीं लगता था और अब पढ़ना ही अच्छा लगता है.
Okay. बचपन में पढ़ना अच्छा नहीं लगता था, अभी पढ़ना अच्छा लगता है. डिफरेंस ये है कि ना बचपन में पढ़ने पे मार्क्स होता था, अभी पढ़ने में मार्क्स नहीं है. So the pressure of performing and passing is taken away, and the joy of learning has become a part of life. Pankaj?
A few years back, being on the wrong side of the law was something that fascinated me. So that has changed.
That changed by choice. Beautiful. Because?
Thinking was everybody should understand it. Now thinking is I should understand it.
Okay, very nice.
First, never took an effort to communicate, but now take effort for everything I want to communicate. Even if it's the smallest of the things, I take my thoughts and effort to communicate till I don't make the other person understand because चाहिए.
Okay. Please open your notebooks, those of you who have. Every time you come to life lessons, ideally bring your notebooks. If you don't have your notebooks, but if you have your phone, keep your phone on airplane mode and take out the place where you take your notes. So, point number one, as a child, I would love to. And whatever is the answer. Like if I have to write, I would write. I would love to play, I would love to eat. And I love to read comics. Point two, by choice, I have changed. And then whatever. So as a child, I would love to read. I continue to love to read. As a child, I would love to eat. Now I don't love to eat per se. I'm more conscious of my health. And as a child, I was never conscious of my health. As a child, I would be scared. But with some effort, today, more or less, I think I live my life with courage. Courage was not a part of me as a child. I was very scared. Scared of hunger, scared of getting beaten up, scared of being rejected. I've lived a very scared life. And then I decided it's not worth it. I need to be courageous. Because I realized weaknesses always get exploited. So as an individual in your life, by decision, by choice, where did you change? As a child, I never loved exercises or do everything to avoid exercise. Today, I love to exercise. Till my ninth standard, I was a happy-go-lucky boy. No goals and forget about thinking big. By choice, I changed it to anything that we do in life should be brilliant, impactful, and at scale. As a child, I would always like to play safe. not be adventurous. Today I don't like to play safe. I want to be adventurous in every aspect of life. This is a very important question. Where did I change by choice? Okay, listen. Every now and then, I change my byline. Now, what do I mean by byline? When I send a message to people, when I write an email to people, after my name, I write one thought. 2010, when we started life school, I started writing Inspire or Expire. That became the way I live my life. It's like a everyday, multiple times reminder to myself कि कैसे जीना है, क्या करना है. Every day I write somewhere around 25 to 40 emails. So it's a beautiful reminder to myself. Now that shaped my life for many, many years. Inspire or expire. Fortunately, it also became the words that guide many other people in different walks of life. After that, in the last few years, what I've been writing is, imagine when you wake up in the morning, you only have what you were thankful for. Imagine when you wake up in the morning, you only have what you were thankful for. So what would it mean is, let's say Tanvi goes to sleep in the night, and as she goes to sleep in the night, what is her frame? Everything that she tells him thank you for will be there in her life tomorrow. All those things which she did not thank the Creator for, tomorrow may not be there. So in that case, before going to sleep, what would she be thinking? Would she be thinking about a fight that happened? Would she be thinking about the loss she had to face? Would she be thinking about things that she doesn't have? Because tomorrow morning she will only have what she is thankful for. We get carried away so often by what is not okay in life, and we think that is the only thing life is. And the moment I understand, tomorrow I will only have what I was thankful for, now I'm forced to scan my life to find what is okay in my life. My health is pretty good. तो मतलब लग रहा था ना लाइफ बकवास है, कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं है, सब खराब है. Suddenly I realize, ऐसा नहीं है. There are quite a lot of things which is actually going great guns in life. So I wanted to anchor myself on gratitude when I was going through some tough parts in some aspects of life. Self-sympathy destroys a person. And I didn't want to move into self-sympathy. So I didn't want to move into, अरे यार आशीष के लिए क्या क्या किया और आज आशीष देख. That will make me feel ridiculous. And by being ridiculous, I can't create a great life. Self-sympathy makes you look at what is not okay in life and it makes you believe that is all life is. And you cannot come out of the rut. So many of you must have gone through those phases of life where either you have decided to be angry and you are angry at everybody and everything. ये भी दिखा इसके ऊपर भी गुस्सा, ये दिखा इसके ऊपर भी गुस्सा, ये दिखा इसके ऊपर भी गुस्सा. And I think, what a smart thing I am doing by living an angry life. You are in a destructive phase without the Brahma. You are not destroying to create. The seed is not germinating into a tree. You are simply throwing the seed into garbage. So certain things happened in life and I realized now and then these thoughts of self-sympathy is coming. And then it comes out as aggression. And I don't want to live life this way. That's not right. So what's right? Anchor onto gratitude. How do I anchor onto gratitude? What if tomorrow I only have what I thanked for? And that anchor helped me. So now, the moment there is a self-sympathy thought, मेरे साथ गलत हो रहा है kinds, I'll immediately say, okay, what is going right? So tomorrow if I don't tell him, thank you so much for a fit body, what if tomorrow morning when I wake up, I have a very diseased body? And suddenly I realize, oh my good Lord, there are hundreds of things for which I have to be thankful for. In a couple of areas of life, I have some challenges, लेकिन उसी में तो मजा आएगा. That is what will make me write my autobiography, ना? अभी autobiography के लिए मसाला कहाँ से लाएगा? Autobiography लिखना है, लिखूं क्या उसमें? Greater the challenge is, greater the glory. पर कितना मजा आएगा? Now today, because I could not study after 12th, that was a big obstacle in life. But because we overcome that obstacle, not only do we have a masala, but we also have a lot of confidence. So now those same very obstacles, which used to make us cry or crib, looks like, hey, thank you, Ray. Masala mila mere ko autobiography ke liye. Once I overcome this, in about 3 years time, in about 4 years time, मतलब क्या मजा आएगा? So the statement became, imagine when you wake up tomorrow morning, you only have what you were thankful for. Day before yesterday, I wrote a very simple statement for myself. So if any one of you writes me an email, on my email in my reply, this line will definitely be there. Change your thoughts, change your life. It all begins over there. It will never be, let life change, then I will change my thoughts. Why are you not happy? Everything is going wrong. But unless you are happy, things won't become right. So change your thoughts. Change your life. If anybody has ever changed their life, they started by changing their thoughts. Any person who is made health their priority, which means their thinking now is, my health is the most important thing for me. Food will not be a temptation anymore. So which means, unless I fix this first part, if I keep thinking, no, my taste is a priority, food will always be a temptation. ये क्या बकवास taste है? If this is what I want in life, taste, then all the willpower in the world will not be able to keep you away from food, which is not good for your body. And Anand is here. And I remember Anand brought such a revolution in my life by speaking about why only Amir Khan. Remember Anand? What a beautiful thing it was. How Amir Khan completely transformed his body. And one day Anand told me, "Arey, Amir Khan kar sakta hai, hum log kyun nahi kar sakte?" That's all. One thought. Why only Amir Khan? And we launched something in the fraternity where we did something. Why only Amir Khan? 100-day challenge. कितना मजा आया था. So unless this thought changes, taste is important. 2, health is important. ये जब तक thought change नहीं हुआ ना, I will be also like Juhi Chawla, who in the Kurkure ad says, control ही नहीं होता. Have you seen that ad? It's a good ad. Teda hai par mera hai. Nice things. So some of these ad people, brilliant. Brilliant is not the word. They know how to change your thoughts. Ye dil mange more. Extraordinary. It was made so much famous when Major Vikram Batra, before he died in Kargil, told very proudly, "ये दिल मांगे मोर." मतलब कितना तकलीफ है आने तू. What is great communication? A communicator who could change somebody's thoughts. So today Sangeeta takes classes. It's not about giving an input. That's the easy part. Bolo, sunao, padhao. Changing somebody's thoughts. So to change others' thoughts, you need to understand them brilliantly well and what motivates them, what shuts them down. And to change yourself, you need to understand what motivates you and what shuts you off. If you can master change, you will unleash your potential. If you and me cannot master change, every now and then we will only feel like a victim. We will feel like a victim. We'll be convinced that we are victimized by life. That is why I asked you, where in life, by choice, have you changed? So today, what is my byline? Change your thoughts, change your life. So it is not just change your thoughts. It is not just change your life. They're related. Change your thoughts and change your life. For example, let's say Satish is thinking, I am now 45 plus. Satish, 45 plus? And if Satish says, अभी क्या है, अभी तो हो गया, बहुत कर लिया, son is also working, he is doing well, वगैरह वगैरह. With that energy can't be there. You remember last Sunday I spoke to you about that Israeli scientist, Ada Yona. 88 years old, working 10 hours a day in the laboratory, doing a project which will take about 30 years to solve. So at 88, she has a vision for another 30 years and working 10 hours. When we asked her, why are you working? She said, why I shouldn't work? Matter over? Which means these are the people who completely, thoroughly, magnificently enjoy their work. To them, work is not labor. Work is pleasure. मजा आ रहा है. मजा आ रहा है, then you don't think of retirement. मजा नहीं आ रहा है ना. At 30 also you can say, I feel burnt out. बहुत हो गया लाइफ में. और कितना सहना पड़ेगा, कितना झेलना पड़ेगा. 30. Another has next 30 years plan. Professor John Goodenough. Yesterday a very beautiful piece of news has come. Let's see how soon it becomes a reality. They have developed a battery where one single charge, the battery will last for at least 5 days. One single charge battery will last 5 days, which means that it's 10 times more powerful than the current batteries today. 10x, straight away. It's like you have a car which can run at 80 kilometers and suddenly you've invented a car which can go at 800 kilometers. Superb. And they are doing some trials after which they will move it into commercial production. And they're not restricting themselves to phone batteries, car batteries, batteries that power rocket engine. It can change the world. And Professor John Goodenough, certain things are being used in making this product. By the way, do you know Professor John Goodenough? Some of you know and some of you don't know. Oh my God. Okay. Professor John Goodenough is one of the youngest people to win the Nobel Prize. This year he won the Nobel Prize for chemistry. He is 97 years old. He's working in the University of Texas 14 hours every day. And I don't know what is there with these Nobel Prize winners. He's also working on a project which will take 30 years. Ada is also the winner of Nobel Prize 2009 chemistry. John Goodenough 2019. Can you imagine you're going to work till 97 in a way where you get a Nobel Prize? "97 is working full time." Just to bring things in perspective and to tell you how I'm thinking in the last few days, since I brought this change your thought and change your life. I was invited to Sholapur a few days ago and I missed Satish. Sholapur addressing the biggest audience I've ever addressed, which is about 1500 people. It was a huge lawn out there. And Mr. Atul Lahoti, who is the head of a trust which has many schools in Maharashtra, one of them being Sholapur, which was celebrating 75th year, was quoting Pablo Neruda. Have you heard about Pablo Neruda? No. Okay. Again, a Nobel Prize winner for literature. Most extraordinary poets this world has ever produced. Brilliantly, he writes. Brilliantly. Today, if you have time, do research on poems by Pablo Neruda. Neruda, if my memory is right. Small poems. They're not long poems. Like Mahabharata is also a poem. And he was speaking about Pablo Neruda and how in a single poem Pablo Neruda has communicated the essence of life. And of course, he went on to say he's a Nobel Prize winner at all. So some of you are still writing Pablo, okay? Don't research now. Later on. So in the speech, he was also saying, our school has produced some IAS officers and we have some IPS officers and we have so many chartered accountants and engineers. When my turn came to speak, now I have this habit of either making somebody's life very beautiful or making it very miserable. One of the two. And the misery is normally about bringing people out from comfort zone or giving them a dream much beyond what they would have even wanted to think. So as usual, I reigned in the entire audience by asking them, how many of you are very proud of this place and how many of you think that your school is great and how many of you think 75 years has gone on beautifully well, etc., etc. And then I spoke to them about Jews. I know I've spoken about this once before in life lessons, but just to bring things in context. Have you heard of this race of people called Jews?
Yes.
Huh? Jews, not Juice. Jews. Their country is Israel. All of you know. Very nice. Jews make up for 0.2% of the world's population. 0.2%. And Jews have produced more than 22% of Nobel Prize winners. So 0.2% is producing 22%. Which means if there are 5 Nobel Prize winners, one of them will be a Jew. Okay? Eeny, meeny, dicty, do, what is that? Like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, Jew. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Jew. Aisa. Probably the most persecuted race of people in the whole world. During World War II, Hitler killed 6 million Jews in the concentration camps. Their average, compared to the world average, their average is about 13,750 times better than the world's average in winning Nobel Prize. Out of about 900 plus Nobel Prizes which has been given, now estimate 22%, close to 200 plus has gone only to one, and that is Jews. Mera Bharat Mahan, India is great. We have 17.7% of the world's population. How many? Which means eeny, meeny, miny, mo, 5 Indian. Nobel Prize में 5th Jew. Population में 5th Indian. And so far, we have won 13 Nobel Prizes. 13. 17.7% of the world's population and 13 Nobel Prize. 0.2% of the world's population and 22%, more than 200 Nobel Prize winners. So I was asking them, where do you think Indians are not good enough? Do you believe you're not smart? Go anywhere in the world and they will say Indians are smart. Anywhere in the world. And then I told all of them, it's beautiful to see the journey of 75 years. But let's make some plans for meeting when we celebrate the century. Tell me, how many Nobel Prize winners will this school produce in the next 25 years? You're speaking about Pablo Neruda. I mean, why should we speak about Pablo Neruda, who's a Nobel Prize winner? Why not speak about our student who's a Nobel Prize winner? Or how about making this goal of, we are going to have at least 10 Padma Shris from our school. Padma Bhushan भी नहीं बोल रहा है, भारत रत्न भी नहीं बोल रहा है, Padma Shri. A good national award which is given to Indian. Padma Shri. Shri Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratna. Beginning award, introductory award है Padma Shri. Tell me how many Padma Shris will we produce? Change your thoughts and change your life. If I'm happy in a batch to have one IAS officer or IPS officer, I'm not even thinking over here of creating a Padma Shri. Change of thought is not happening. How will life change? In fact, think about it this way. All of us over here is a collection of smart people. Here is a collection of ethical people, good people. If you have to win a Padma Shri, what do you need to do? What is needed for you to get a Padma Shri? Or tell me that I am not smart enough and I am not good enough to be a Padma Shri. That is acceptable. That is self-realization. मेरा एक टांग छोटा है, दूसरा पूरा है, तो I can't win a race. Perfectly okay. सोचेगा नहीं तो होगा कैसे? So let's say Swapnil Shah is there, who would believe he is intellectually very smart and he can analyze things beautifully well. Now the yardstick is not about running a shop or earning a few crores. If that is the thought, then there is no need to change. Change your thoughts and change your life. Satulji Lauti afterwards said, आपने हमारी जो अच्छी भली लकीर थी उसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ी लकीर खींच दी है, अब हमारी लकीर बहुत छोटी लगती है। भले आपने हमारी लकीर को लेकिन बड़ी लकीर बना दी। I told him, अब मेरे जैसे इंसान को बुलाओगे तो वो डेंजर तो कभी भी रहता ही है। Which means if you come to life lesson, this is the danger that you have. आज ही क्यों गया यार? अभी तक तो सब ठीक था। Change your thoughts and change your life. Unless you change your thoughts, your life won't change. So initially, when there was a need to do something dramatic in life, the thought was inspire or expire. There the thought was, I want to be a role model. in everything to everybody around me. Inspire or expire. Then there was a phase of life where there were some challenges. Hence it became imagine. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you only have what you were thankful for. Change my life from performance to gratitude. And today, it's a resolve to evolve. बस हो गया. अंधों में काना राजा, मेंढक अपने कुएं में बहुत खुश है कि देख मैं कितना लंबा छलांग लगा सकता है. Now look at what is required by the country, by humanity. Okay, we have a good KMM movement going on. Let's say we impacted 30,000 children and 10,000 through BEST, completely 40,000 children in 1 year. But 40,000 bas hai kya? Can I transform this country by impacting just 40,000 children? And will taking class inside the school will be enough, or do I need to back it up with technology? Is there a way by which we can reach out to lakhs of students and not thousands of students? Unless I change my thoughts, I can't change my life. So a simple question for all of you. If you have to define this year with a few words for yourself, I'm not speaking about few years, this year, 2020. What would be a statement that you will write for yourself, which you will read and anchor on multiple times every day? What would be that statement? It can be anything. It can be think big. It can be the world is my oyster. It can be from caterpillar to butterfly. How many of you are really bad at time management? Really bad at it? Okay, here is a statement for all of you to think. It has got nothing to do with what is going on. Time management is pain management. Think about it. Time management is an issue because you are postponing some things which is not pleasure to you. Time management is an issue because what is pleasurable, you are not able to restrict it. So time management essentially, is it pain management? Just think. Did I royally confuse all of you?
I was estimating aggressively, like something that might take 10 minutes, I estimate it will take 10 minutes. It's like
So there are two parts. One is when I'm doing something new for the first time, I have no idea about how much time it will take. But on the other hand, it's like I know it's 10 o'clock and I should go to sleep. But watching TV gives me a little pleasure. And leaving this and going to sleep gives me pain. So I go for pleasure because I could not do pain management. कोई बात नहीं, छोड़ दे यार, what is required for your life is go to sleep. वो मैनेज नहीं कर पाया, इसके लिए फिर वो लेट हो गया, फिर वो एक्सरसाइज नहीं हुआ, फिर वो मेडिटेशन नहीं हुआ, and then it has a cascading effect. So you're doing something new, you don't understand, it's perfectly okay. But that rarely happens, right? Because most of us, what we do in life is more or less, we know what we are doing and how much time it will take. So, two parts. New things I can understand time, but most of the time it is just pain management. Or in other words, you can also write time management is nothing but pain pleasure management. So I don't want your byline to be something which is presumably wise, like time management is pain pleasure management. It makes you sound very wise. But I want you to think about something which will become your strength in change. What is that one statement, a few words, one word, which will become your strength in change? Ajay, do you all agree that we need to change? Is there anybody here who says, "Kya change? Kuch nahi change. Huh? I don't need change. I need only big notes. Change nahi chahiye." In fact, I tell everybody, keep the change. So you agree that we need change. So what can be that one statement which will anchor you and help you to change? And don't give me that philosophy, okay? Nothing in life is permanent except change. That's philosophy. Okay? That I'm speaking about something which will drive you. Like for me, it was inspire and expire. Imagine, and now change your thoughts, change your life. I saw a hand somewhere. Huh? Vijay?
If I do the same work the same way every day, I'll get the same result. So I have to be innovative thing, change.
Absolutely. So now make it positively. Do things differently for different results. So it's more driving you, you know. So I'm saying change your thoughts. I'm telling myself, change your thoughts. I'm not saying if you don't change, you will not grow. वो philosophy, वो थोड़ा action oriented चाहिए. Define with gratitude. Refine with gratitude. Okay, why not? Refine what?
To improve the results, make it more better.
Okay. So let's say results with gratitude. नहीं, define with gratitude. ठीक है, refine with gratitude. You want to refine that statement or refine with gratitude it is not? Keep thinking. You're thinking on the right lines. Satish?
Live for the rest to do only best.
Okay. Live for the rest to do only best. Fair enough. Think. Leading by example. Okay. Beautiful.
Wake up for dreams.
Wake up for dreams. Papa, माँ क्या मतलब? Uff, क्या philosophy दे दिया? Okay. It can be wake up and dream. है ना? Don't sleep and dream. Nice. How are they? What did you say? Love Naren.
My statement is learn by breaking comfort zone.
Okay.
Is it right?
Absolutely. See, anything which is your anchor is your anchor. Yeah, no, absolutely right. Everybody has to say.
Be the best.
किधर से है? Be the best. Okay.
Walk with him to be interesting for the God.
Okay. Beautiful.
आज कमाल करेंगे and आज मजा आ गया.
हाँ, okay. आज कमाल करेंगे and मजा आ गया. Jessica? Out of comfort zone. Beautiful. Satish?
true meaning of your existence.
Absolutely. Find the true meaning for your existence today. You know? Change is so important. The only thing is whether we want it or not, change will happen. When we want change to happen, we are in control of change. When we don't want change to happen, change is in control of us. Life कैसे भी change होगी. It's all about taking initiatives to change.
By choice, have I changed?
By choice, have I changed? It's a killer question. Some of us would have scanned our entire life and not found enough. Which means more or less we have just flown with life, sometimes with resistance, sometimes with acceptance. But we haven't designed our life. Which is what I want to speak when we conclude today's life lesson. Because
Change is possible only when I make the choice. Choice is always my responsibility.
yeah.
Unless I take responsibility, take the choice, I cannot make the change. Given that really beautiful statement by choice, that I should change. I think that will make a really good.
Yeah. I missed last life lessons synopsis.
I've written first things.
Huh.
My thoughts define my life, so change of thought is very important.
Extremely important, nahi?
So meditation part, breathing and moving down, ऐसा हम कर रहे हैं, but today when you got connected with the creative knowledge, wisdom and that, and when I'm relating with my life, whenever I take up a responsibility, I need to have the knowledge and the wisdom about that particular.
Yes. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
And to create that, I will need some money to make the output come out. And when I know I have done that part and it is not come out as per I wanted or as per the other person wants it, I need to have the power to let go and not have those negative feelings with that particular person.
Yeah.
So it will help me not only develop as a person, as a teacher, but also to, work with empathy.
Yeah. Beautiful. And besides money, Lakshmi also means resources.
Yeah.
So it's not just money. It can be a team. It can be the right spirit, right energy. It can be some things. All that goes into resource. So Lakshmi is equal to resource, not just money. Anil?
My life, as you said, the first thing is be a role model, then have the gratitude, and then refer to the God. So, very nicely placed. So step by step, moving the helping.
Yeah. So we realized that every now and then we need to change. And there are some people who told me also, hey, Inspire and Expire was so good. I said, bhai, Inspire and Expire nahi tha. मार मत मेरे को 97 I will start a 30-year project. John Goodenough is my hero now. Well, the context of life changes, na? Once there was needed to be reminded multiple times, be a role model, be a role model, be a role model. Now that's a part of the system. So now we need to bring about a different change. And then anchoring to gratitude, that's a part of the system now. That's why you don't find me complaining in any scenario of life. Now gratitude is a part of life. Abhi kya karne ka? When we are receiving accolades from all over and thankfully our trainings are powerful and impactful, it's so easy to get carried away by what we are doing. मतलब वो अपने कुएं का मंडूक बनना बहुत easy है. Now we have to change the perspectives of life. Like Satish was saying, if life is flowing through me, if I'm alive, what is the reason for that? कुछ तो ढूंढना है ना उसके लिए. So that's why it's change your thoughts and change your life. So that is also changing, you see, as we are going through different phases of life. Sidhu?
I need to devote myself to give meaning to my life
Yeah,
with good deeds.
absolutely. Good deeds and good policies. if Pandurang was here, good deeds would have been good. क्योंकि उसका काम ही डीड बनाना है. But since you are into insurance, good deeds and good policies. Huh? Yes, dear. It's funny, isn't it? But so true. Last night suddenly I realized, ये time management होता क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि there is some pain that I am always wanting to avoid and some pleasure that I am wanting to stretch. वही तो लोचा है. So now time management is pain pleasure management. Yes, Jessica.
Sometime back I had learned if I want something, I should start keeping my passwords for that. So you keep repeating to yourself. I got this idea I can keep my byline as password.
Wow, that's so sweet. That's even better. That's better. The only thing is now your husband will know your password. That's okay, na? That's okay. Correct. Now she will know his password also, which is so important. सही है. सही पकड़े. Correct. My interest is, you will know his passwords also. So. Hey, this is so beautiful. I think Jessica has really given us a very, very nice technique. Why should it be only my byline at the end of an email? पासवर्ड ही बना दो. दिन में 10 बार तो फोन को अनलॉक करो, इसको अनलॉक करो, उसको अनलॉक करो. Interesting. You saying something, Jessica?
Emails and all, usually we don't type again.
Correct.
By default, it's there. This has worked.
Yes. ये थोड़ा टाइप करना पड़ता है. थोड़ा टच और फील इसमें ज्यादा है.
I have to keep thinking or remembering.
Correct. How many of you find it troublesome to remember your passwords? Most of us, no? And anyway, do you know which is the most common password in the whole world? Password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 used to be the most common password. But now the most common password is password. Any questions on what we have discussed so far in today's session? Yes, darling.
So, from so many years, I'm thinking of what to do. Maybe for the nation, for the people around. Something different. But due to day-to-day life, routine life, we are not able to even touch those passions also.
Yep.
So, how to know actually what to do?
Okay. So I'll give you a very quick answer to this, and then I'll complete and close today's life lesson. Harshad's question is, I want to do social work or I want to do nation building work, but caught up in life, I don't know how to make a contribution. Is that your question?
Not contribution. The way you are saying, Padmashri, at least Padmashri.
Yeah.
That is for so many years.
Absolutely. Beautiful. How many of you would love it if you get a Padma Shri? Wow. Now all you need to do is ask yourself, to reach there, what needs to be done? For unmarried people, it's a little simpler. All you need to do is find somebody whose name is Padma Shri. Bad idea, na? Very bad idea. Very bad idea. Ridiculous idea. Cancel that idea. Delete, backspace. I'll tell you in very simple ways how have I lived my life. And let me see if I can merge these two. Change will anyway happen, whether you like it or not. Business changes, methods of business change, change happens. Earlier people would buy a car, now people travel by Ola where somebody else has bought a car. The car manufacturer is still selling cars. But the method has changed. Earlier we would stay in hotels, now we have guest stays, Airbnb. People still travel, they still stay, but the methods have changed. Earlier also we used to wear clothes, now also we wear clothes, but now we buy ready-made. People who make ready-mades are still employing tailors. But people are not directly going to tailors. Things have changed. Earlier when I would make furniture of my house, lakdi wakdi sab leke aao aur banao. Now I go to Pipada Furnitures and buy furniture from there direct and bring it in my house. So an interior designer today might complain, काम कम हो गया है, interior designer हर साल आ रहे हैं, competition बढ़ रहा है. Or they can move into furniture manufacturing. उसका तो वॉल्यूम और 10 टाइम्स बढ़ने वाला है अगले 10 साल में. बढ़ने वाला है, 100% बढ़ने वाला है. I just read about a husband and wife interiors couple, 29 years old, have created a website where you can design your own house in about 2 hours time. There will be somebody online out there who's guiding. So you come on, chat, 2 BHK. Okay, what is the size of your house? What is the color that you would like? Do you want something aggressive? Do you want something subtle, etc., etc.? They've created a website by which they will help you to design the house in mutual conversation. It seems they have a battery of about 58 interior designers who are all working from home in different parts of the world. And they just got a funding of about 100 crores. They invested about 70 lakhs in this project. They sold 30% of their company for 100 crores. 29 years old. Which means whether you want or not, change is happening. But that couple is designing their change. Same technology is available to you and me. Same internet is available to you and me. But we still want somehow the past to help us to succeed. I know that method, I know that style, I'm comfortable doing that. Somehow that should be the only way the world is lived. And it doesn't happen that way. Nothing in the world has the power to stop change. Because how will you stop the imagination of people? You can't stop the imagination of people. So now either I can be a victim to change, or I can be a witness to change, or I can be the person who's the architect of change. Victim, witness, architect. An architect of change anticipates and wants a future stronger than today. And it begins with anticipate. Kal kya hoga? Let me first anticipate. I remember again a conversation with Anand that we were discussing a few months ago. ठीक है, ऑनलाइन में लोगों को जितना खरीदने का खरीदने दो. एएमसी के लिए अच्छा, एएमसी के लिए भी ना ऑनलाइन आने दो, बट ट्रस्ट फैक्टर The other day somebody sent me a message. Don't buy anything from Uber Eats or Swiggy. I asked why? She says, no, those people have your phone number and your address also now. जो स्विगी के डिलीवरी देने आएंगे, there is a gang of people who have sent their people to become delivery boys in Swiggy and Uber Eats. Now they know किसका घर किधर है और उसका फोन नंबर क्या है. What if? So there is this trust factor. Can I just play on that trust factor and say, नहीं ठीक है, वो आप अर्बन क्लैप वगैरह से भी करवा सकते हो, लेकिन वहां कौन सा इंसान है, कैसा है, नहीं मालूम है. हमारे पास गारंटीड है. Now selling one AC I make 2,000 rupees and my effort is inventory, investment, etc., etc. I will service ACs and I'll make the same 2,000 with 10% effort. And I will do 100 times more work. Or he can sit in his shop and wait. Online है ना, वाट लगा दी है. There is a victim to change. Out there in the world, if you see somebody unhappy, you can conclude, here is somebody who is a victim to change. I repeat, out there in the world, you see somebody unhappy, and you can say, here is somebody who is a victim to change, who feels victimized by change. Or you can just be a witness to change, thinking, अपने साथ नहीं होएगा. You can see internet is coming, this is happening, that is happening, but you think अभी तक अपने को तकलीफ नहीं हुआ है, अपन सिर्फ स्टडी करेंगे, देख रहे हैं. So let's say a Vikas Bhandari has Bhakti auto agencies. His business not yet affected so much by internet. क्योंकि गाड़ी का सर्विसिंग है, गाड़ी में कुछ एक्सेसरीज लगाना है, लोग अभी भी तो आते हैं ना. He can discuss ये फर्नीचर का कितना बदल गया है ना, एक टिकटिंग बुकिंग कितना बदल गया है ना, और ये कितना बदल गया है ना, अरे वो कितना बदल गया है ना. He is witnessing change. And the third is architect of change. How is it that I can use the power of internet, technology, WhatsApp to increase my customer base at least 10 times? Architect of change. If you dream of becoming a Padma Shri one day, which I believe you can, first find out what work gives you maximum joy. Which means work does not reduce your energy. For me, it's training. For me, it's reading. For me, it's counseling. People ask after a counseling session, you don't feel tired, kya negatives? No, that's not negatives. It is not negatives. It's just a context of life, and my work is to reframe the context. That's all. मेरे को किसी का नेगेटिविटी निकालने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. They are smart enough to handle their own negatives. So I don't feel drained by counseling. I feel energized by counseling. So first find that zone. What is that work which energizes you? That's the beginning of the journey. Then it's about, can you do this work in scale? Sometimes it's the core work which can be done at scale. Sometimes it is some small things outside which can be done at scale. But something we'll be able to do at scale. Then it becomes gathering like-minded people. I am energetic about this, 10 more people are also energetic about this. Then we can do much more. So let's say KMM. My core training. In training, I can't do volume. But in KMM, we can do volume. In wow parenting, we can do volume, which is also training. But in wow parenting, I'm not directly training. Videos have been shot. Side में है, main core में नहीं है. And then in KMM, creating a very beautiful fraternity of people who are also energetic about doing this work. Then volume happens. And when we do this consistently over a period of time, our impact is felt. Whom is a Padma Shri given to? Either it is because of something which is awe-inspiring, something which will make people say, "Kya baat kar raha hai?" You know, that kind of a thing. Or there will be a pain area in this world, in this society, in our country, which you resolved. So when it's given for sports, literature, etc., it's for awe-inspiring work. Social work, there is a pain area which you resolved. So find an area where you work and your energy does not go down. मतलब थकना नहीं चाहिए. In that area or around that area, there will be something which can be scaled. To scale it, you need more people who are equally energetic as much as you are about that work. Today we can definitely say there are many, many people who are as excited about KMM as you and me. You agree with me? Almost in every team there will be some people na, who look forward, "Ye 4 mahina aa gaya, KMM aa gaya." You know, like rainy season, mango season, there's a KMM season now. You do that, and who knows, one of these days, you might be invited. Let's complete today's life lesson with this. You want to feel like a victim? You want to be an uninvolved witness? Or do you want to be an architect of your life? Do you want to be victimized by change? Do you just want to witness change? Or do you want to be the architect of change in your life? And it all begins with your thoughts. So change your thoughts and change your life.